הגלויות גמרתם כבר? קיבלתם אותם?
דרך ארוכה לסחוב את זה עד לשם, אה?
כן, אבל זה עדיף מפה, הוא אומר לי שיותר נוח מפה מאשר מהצד השני.
כן, בהחלט. מעלים את התורן.
On a video, yes.
And then, how are you going to transmit it though? From...
Now, we are living near Tel Aviv.
שש אלפא ג'וליאט, 45 ג'וליאט, מקבל? 45 ירושלים, 45 ג'יי, קורא ומאזין? CQ קונטסט, 45 ג'יי. 45 קורא ומאזין. רוג'ר, כאן 45 ג'יי. 5902, QSM, CQ contest, 45J, קורא ומאזין. Kilo 1, America 1, Sierra Kilo 1. Good evening to you, dear, you're 5-9. Mexico, Italy Radio, I'm here. You're 5-9, beautiful signal to the old city of Jerusalem, where it is a beautiful night for Jerusalem, the Jerusalem Award, where you have to work only 4 stations, 4 different stations from Jerusalem. No IRCs needed for the award, no green stamps, and no...
And a whole group of guys around this area. So back to you, and putting a real light signal here, Amir. 4 X-ray 5 Juliet from Kilo 8 November, Lima Delta.
Yeah, okay, very good. K8 NMD, 4X5 Japan, 4X5 Jerusalem inside the old city's walls. Very good indeed, Larry. I thank you very much for passing along the information. The band seems to be in extremely good shape. I never felt so good being on the air now on video. It feels really good. An important person, hi. Larry, let me shoot it back to you. I'd like to see for a short second how you're copying us out there. We're using the 930 Sugar by Kenwood, running about a kilowatt out into a 3-element tri-bander, which is sitting on the roof here at about 11 meters above the roof. And we got a real good takeoff up to the northwest. We got a real good takeoff towards the States. We had a big pileup before. I'm not hearing too many stateside coming through, so I'll shoot it back to you. Up a few more stateside callers. Kilo 8 Norway Lima Delta in the beautiful state of Michigan. This is 4X5 Jerusalem.
מקום מפליג נוצרי. מגדל דוד מסמל בכל העולם סמל ארכיאולוגי וסמל של ירושלים. ואנחנו פרסמנו את הפעולה הזאת מראש שתהיה כבר העובדות מדברים אצלו עצמם. אני חושב שההד היה מגיע. אנחנו עוזרים לאנשים להשיג תעודת ירושלים, תעודה עבור כמות קשרים מסוימת.
די נדיר. עכשיו, אני לא אמרתי אקס נדיר כי זה הצופר לא מבין באייטם כזה קצר. אני אשאל, האם ירושלים מבוקשת מאוד במפת בקין יפו ברדיו? אתה תענה לי על זה. מה עם ירושלים כבירתה?
ירושלים אפילו עוד יותר. אני, בתור אחד שמפעיל ברמת השרון, ירושלים הרבה יותר מבוקשת. וראינו את זה פה, לאו דווקא בגלל הקריאה מיוחד, בגלל שכל תחנה שעבדה פה בשביל התעודה הירושלמית, קראו לה המון תחנות. והייתה ממש שענו טובה לנושא של ירושלים בפרט, מכיוון שזה עיר הקודש.
האם ירושלים תעלה עכשיו עוד יותר על מפת קוראי הרדיו בעולם?
בהחלט, אחרי הפעילות הזו של השבוע הזה, תמיד יחפשו את ירושלים גם בשביל התעודה וגם בשביל לעבוד את עיר הקודש, במיוחד אחרי שעבדנו פה במגדל דוד.
מהי בדיוק התעודה בכמה מילים?
התעודה היא בפירוש כל חובב בעולם, לא משנה מי, כל חובב או כל מאזין, לאו דווקא חובב, יכול לקבל את התעודה בתנאי שעבד 4 תחנות, התקשר עם 4 תחנות, יצר איתם קשר והוכיח שיצר את הקשר, וזה הוא שולח את התעודה, את היומן לאגודת קווי הרדיו בישראל, והם שולחים לנו את התעודה חזרה.
מה יש בתעודה הזאת? מה מאפיין אותה?
התעודה חתומה על ידי ראש עיריית ירושלים, מר טדי קולק, והיא תעודה יפה מאוד. כל אחד מאוד מאוד רוצה לקבל את התעודה הזו, ואת זה ראינו כמובן על הגלים במשך ההפעלה של 40 האחרונים. אחרי שעשינו בסביבות 4,000-5,000 קשרים, הייתה הענות לא נורמלית, נשארו לנו עוד 3 עד 4 ימי הפעלה פה, ועוד מצפים עוד להגיע עד ל10,000.
כך, תודה רבה.
Yeah, okay, now trying to establish a new QSO. A new QSO? Yeah. Without a CQ?
Without the CQ.
Without the CQ, okay. Sure, we got 30 seconds, that's it. It's going to be 12 o'clock midnight tonight on the news. Let's shoot it fast. I'm going to give you one call. Okie doke. מוכנים? להתחיל או לא? כן. Okay. G0 BBD 4X5 Jerusalem, over.
Yes, very fine, I mean, very fine. 4X35 Jerusalem, this is Golf 0, Bravo, Bravo, Delta, London. Listening to you with great pleasure. Go ahead, Amir.
Okay, Eddie, very, very good. We're here in the capital of Israel, Jerusalem, the holy city. We just wanted to wish you a very, very Chag Sameach and a happy Pesach to you and the family. And we will see you here tomorrow in Ben Gurion. G0BBD 4X5 Yerushalayim.
And I can assure you, I mean, nothing will stop me from getting into Ben Gurion tomorrow evening. And nothing will give me more pleasure than to be where you are right now. I wish you all well. Chag Sameach, Kol Tov Lekulam, and a very special Shalom, Shalom from London, from all of us to all of you.
Okay, Shalom, Shalom, Eddie. Thanks again. 4X5 Jerusalem, off and clear.
Good morning. This is 4X5J at the Citadel, the Tower of David.
איזה מהירות, יאללה.
Japan, CQ, Japan. CQ, Japan.
Shalom. QRZ 4X5 Juliet. מה ניתן לו information?
QSL via the bureau.
The QSL via the bureau, it's okay. And
אנחנו ב-QTA Jerusalem.
we are from Jerusalem, the QTA Jerusalem. Okay, bye bye, and I have a many file. QRZ 4X5 Jerusalem.
QRZ at 20 meters, 4X5J. Number 4, X-ray, number 5, Jerusalem, listening. Delta Kilo 5, London Ocean, you're 5'9" plus, go ahead. Tango at 4X5 Jerusalem. Okay, the Norway, Japan only. Only the November, Japan. Go ahead.
That's correct.
This is K02. Please stand by while I set repeaters in that mode.
USA.
PL off.
All these stones.
The Denver Radio Club Net will begin at 8:30.
These influences.
0TX.
Faith, illusions. These different epochs merge together in this one and only place, Jerusalem.
This city that bears witness to the pain and hope of the diverse children of one God.
Jerusalem is the center of the world, in the soul of man.
מה קורה לך? שלשום ברדיו, היום טלוויזיה.
שלשום, אמיתי. אוקיי, עכשיו עם אבי, מה שאני יוצא כרגע זה סוג מסוים של שידורי טלוויזיה. יש שני שידורי טלוויזיה, זה נקרא ATV, שזה Amateur Television בעברית.
איזה הנה הם?
שידורי חובבי.
QSD from the Denver Radio Club. Welcome to the Denver Radio Club Net, being held on repeater W0TX. This is a meeting held on the air every Sunday evening at about 8:30 p.m. Good evening. My name is Jim. My call sign is Kilo Zero Tango Oscar Romeo. I'll be your net control station transmitting from Littleton, Colorado. If there is any emergency or priority traffic during this net, say break at any pause and the net will be suspended until the emergency or priority traffic is completed.
תמונה שלנו ותגיד לי איך אתה רואה אותנו.
אוקיי, עוד שנייה, אבל לא הספקנו לספר מה קורה כאן.
אוקיי, אז בוא תסביר טיפה על הציוד שיש לך.
This net is for Denver Radio Club members and all interested radio amateurs. We're here to share information concerning any ham-related activities. Regular meetings of the Denver Radio Club are held on the third Wednesday of every month at 7 p.m. And with COVID-19 restrictions, we hold virtual meetings, and we hold them on Google Meets. And if you're interested in joining our meeting, you can get the address from our club website, W0TX.org. Or if you're on our mail list, you'll actually get the address on email. Our next meeting will be on December the 15th. An Elmer session is held at 6 p.m. just prior to our monthly meeting. This session addresses any amateur radio questions you might have. So whether you're new to amateur radio or interested in some new application of amateur radio, this is a session where you can get help.
Also, every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m., except the third Wednesday when our monthly meeting is held, there's a learning net held on 145. And 448.
טלוויזיה בסגירה איטית, שאפשר לראות תמונות איתן מכל העולם. לא כמו שאנחנו רואים אחד את השני כעת, אבל אפשר לראות תמונות, ובטח ניר הראה לכם אצלו. למי יש ציוד קנוי, המכשיר הזה זה בנייה עצמית, זה מכשיר שבניתי אותו בפרויקט שלי להנדסאים.
As a general interest club, we provide emergency communication for the Salvation Army, City of Wheat Ridge Police Department, the City of Lakewood Police Department, the West Metro Fire District, and St. Anthony's West Hospital. We're always looking for members who would like to participate in this support. Please contact our club president if you'd like to help. Our current president is Jerry Wilhauer, W0GV, and Jerry's telephone number is 303-467-0223. The Denver Radio Club website address is W0TX.org. Again, Jerry's telephone number is 303-467-0223.
כן, VP8AQT.
עוד פעם לא שמעתי מה אמרת?
VP8AQT.
VP8AQT זה כרטיס שנשלח אליי מפוקלנד, שזה נמצא בדרום אמריקה, זה אי בדרום אמריקה.
The Denver Radio Club also participates in the ARRL Volunteer Examiner Program. But again, with the COVID-19 restrictions, we don't hold our test sessions as often as we did. But we try to get that information out here on this net and also on our website. And also, thanks to a number of other check-ins here on the net, they pass on test times and locations that other clubs are holding tests. So we should be able to find an area that you can get your testing accomplished. If you have other questions regarding VE testing, you can call our VE team lead, Tom Krzyzewski, KC2CHE, and his phone number is 720-284-1911. This is the Denver Radio Club Net, W0TX, and this is K0TR serving as net control. Are there any special announcements or bulletins for the net this evening? If so, please call now. Before regular check-ins, I'd like to welcome and invite any visiting radio amateurs to check into the Denver Radio Club net this evening. During this net, we disable the requirement for the 100 Hz PL repeater access tone. So you can use either 145.490 megahertz with a minus 600 kilohertz offset, or 448.625 megahertz with a minus 5 megahertz offset. Are they visiting radio amateurs who'd like to check into the Denver Radio Club net tonight? If so, please call now.
אוקיי, צלצלו למיקי גורדוס בחוץ. אוקיי, JY1.
November 0, Juliet Oscar Delta. And Net Control, I'd like to welcome and acknowledge N0JOD. Could I get a name first?
Yeah, good evening, Net. This is N0JOD. Name is Paul. Home QTH is Minnesota. And I'm here visiting my son.
Well, Paul, welcome. We're glad to have you join us on the net this evening. And hope you have an enjoyable visit. And always glad to have people drop by and say hi and have a chance to share information. So welcome to the net, and I don't know how long you're going to be here, but we'd be happy to have you join us again next Sunday. But again, enjoy your stay, and thanks for checking in with us. We appreciate it. Make another call. Are there any other visitors that would like to check in as Denver Radio Club Net this evening? If so, please call now.
JY1, this is JY8 Tango Tango. Thank you very much, Your Majesty. It's an honor. It's a great pleasure. Been waiting for this historical moment for many, many years. And it's great
I'd like to welcome and invite any
to
newly
talk to you.
licensed or recently upgraded radio amateurs to check in. Please call now.
Kilo Foxtrot 0 Hotel Echo Golf, James in North Glen.
And at Control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-in. KF0HEG, James. Welcome to the net this evening, and I assume it's a new license, and could you give us some details, please?
Yeah, new license. I took both the tech and the general test last week, and this is my first transmission on this net.
Well, congratulations. Sound like radio's working in good shape, so that's a good start. And glad to have you check in and join us. You might share with us what your pathway was in getting your license, if you did that through self-study, if you did that online study, or just how you accomplished that. I know there's a number of people that monitor the net and anxious to try and get their license and looking for any kind of help in how they might be able to accomplish that. So could you share your experience with us?
Kilo Foxtrot 0 Hotel Echo Golf. Just a lot of studying, a lot of YouTube videos and the books.
Well, very good. That's quite the step to go through and get your tech and your general at the same time. So, as I said, you did a good deal of studying, and it paid off. So, congratulations, and I think you'll find the hobby to be both fulfilling, exciting, and challenging. It just continues to grow, and it grows faster than you can keep up with it, is my experience. So, again, congratulations, and good job. And thanks for joining us. Make another call. Is there any other newly licensed or recently upgraded radio amateurs? We'll check in. All right, I'll now take regular check-ins in groups, and please let me know if you have traffic when you check in, and I'll get back to you. First, radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters A through E, Alpha through Echo. Please call now.
010 Delta Papa Romeo, Paul and Aurora.
Whiskey 0 Bravo Kilo Sierra, Barb in Wheat Ridge. No traffic.
N0 ETV, Lance, Aurora, no traffic.
November 5, Charlie Mike Kilo Greg in Denver, no traffic.
November 0 Delta Bravo Sierra, Dawn in Denver, no traffic.
Whiskey Bravo 0 Alpha Kilo Victor, WB 0 AKV, Rich in Westminster, no traffic.
Kilo Sierra 0 Echo KS 0E, Alex in Denver.
DKS Ken in Arvada.
And Net Control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. K0 DPR Paul, and W0 BKS Barb, N0 ETV Lance, N5 CMK Greg, N0 DBS Don, WB0 AKV Rich, KS0E Alex, and KA5 DKS Ken. Make a second call for radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters A through E, Alpha through Echo. Please call now.
Kilo Charlie 0, Charlie Zulu, Bob and Thornton.
Net Control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-in. KC0CZ Bob. And let's move on down the alphabet. Radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters F through J, Foxtrot through Juliet. Please call now.
Alpha 0 Juliet Kilo, AA0 JK Fred in Armada. Good evening, no traffic.
W0TV Jerry Westminster.
W0 IBA Eric in Hudson, no traffic.
Tom Arvada, no traffic.
November 0 Golf Tango Golf Kurt in Denver.
And Net Control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. AA0JK Fred, W0GV Jerry, and I had a double, I believe it was W0 India Golf Alpha Eric. Did I get that call right? There was interruption there, but I think that's what I copied.
Negative Whiskey 0, India Bravo Alpha. India Bravo Alpha.
All right, thanks for the correction. W0 India Bravo Alpha. Thank you, Eric. And next I had K6HJB Tom and N0GTG Kurt. Make a second call for radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters F through J, Foxtrot through Juliet. Please call now.
Yes, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Foxtrot Papa India, Ron in Lakewood, no traffic.
And Net Control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-in. KF0 FPI Ron. And let me move on down the alphabet. Radio amateurs whose call suffixes beginning with the letters K through O, Kilo through Oscar. Please call out.
Kilo 0 Lima, Papa Romeo, Lanier and Inglewood.
Kilo 0, Kilo Papa Sierra, Oscar Sierra, India, Tom Highlands Ranch. Kilo 0, Kilo Papa Sierra, Kevin Lakewood, I doubled.
And Net Control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. K0 LPR Lanier. And Tom, I didn't get your call. Could you come back with your call, please?
Roger, Kilo Echo 0, Oscar Sierra, India.
W0TX Repeater.
All right, Kilo Echo 0, Oscar Sierra, India, Tom. Thank you for that. And we had a double then, and I got K0 KPS Kevin. Make a second call for radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters K through O, Kilo through Oscar. Please call now.
WT0N, Dave in Lakewood.
Kilo Echo 0, Lima Whiskey Papa, Chris and Evergreen, no traffic. Go ahead.
Net Control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. WG0N Dave and KE0LWP Chris. Move on down the alphabet. Radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters P through T, Papa through Tango. Please call now.
Whiskey Bravo 2, Sierra Hotel Romeo, Stan in Denver, no traffic.
Kilo Echo 0, Romeo Victor Zulu, John in Lakewood, no traffic.
Please copy Kilo 0, Tango Oscar Charlie, David in Evergreen, no traffic, over.
November 0, Tango Romeo Papa, Jim in Lakewood, good evening.
Net Control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. WB2 SHR Stan, KE0RVC John, K0TOC David, and N0TRP Jim. Make second call for radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters P through T, Papa through Tango. Please call now. Moving down the alphabet, radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters U through Z, uniform through Zulu. Please call now.
KF0UV, Marshall and Glendale.
Kilo Delta 0, Whiskey Papa Quebec, Tom in Aurora.
Whiskey 0, Uniform, Bill, Denver.
Kilo Alpha 0, Victor Bravo Alpha, Curtis, Lakewood.
Kilo 0 Yankee Echo Sierra, Cannon Broomfield.
Kilo Echo 0 Yankee Kilo Victor, Bill in Lakewood.
Kilo Echo 0 Victor Charlie, John.
WD0 CIV, WD0 CIV, Charles in Denver, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And no traffic.
And at control, would like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. KF0 UV Marshall, KD0 WPQ Tom, and W0 UUU Bill, KA0 VBA Curtis, K0 YES Ken, KE0 YKV Bill, and Don, I'm uncertain, you're breaking up a little bit, but I believe it was KE0 VC Victor Charlie, is that correct?
I think this is John. Is KE0 Victor Charlie Whiskey, Victor Charlie Whiskey.
All right, it was breaking up some, but KE0 Victor Charlie Whiskey, and it was John, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And next I had W0CIV Charles. Make a second call for radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters U through Z, uniform through Zulu. Please call out. All right, we'll open up the entire alphabet. Radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters A through Z, Alpha through Zulu. Please call now.
Kilo 0 Delta Papa Romeo, recheck.
And K0 DPR Paul, yes, we did get you on the first round there, so thank you much. We got you. All right, there'll be a chance for late check-ins a little later in the net. And at this time, I'd like to invite our club president, Jerry Billhauer, W0GB, go through and cover club business. Go ahead, Jerry, the net is yours.
All right, Jim. Thanks for doing that. Welcome, everybody. Looks like we got a pretty good crew this evening. Don't have too much for you. I will tell you that our program for December will be an interesting one. We'll get it in the, it'll of course be in the roundtable when it comes out, and we'll get it on the website. But we'll be on batteries, all kinds of different batteries, and what to use for what and what not, and how to maintain them and care for them and all that. So it should be very interesting program. So keep that in mind for our December program, our meeting night, which I won't. It's the third Wednesday. I won't guess without looking. Other than that, just hope everybody has a really nice Thanksgiving coming up here on Thursday, and stay safe, and look forward to next time we talk here. Back to you, Jim, W0GB.
W0GB, this K02R. All right, thanks, Jerry. Appreciate that. and I do not see anyone that indicated that they had traffic when they check in. This is the Denver Radio Club Net, W0TX, and this is K0 to our net control station. Does anyone have any other comments, information, or business for the net? If so, please call now.
W0TX repeater.
And do we have any late check-ins? Please call now. All right, on the next weekend's contest and upcoming Hamfest. We'll go through the Hamfest first.
We'll be on at dinner time. Go ahead.
Well, also myself, I have to go to work right now. I'm also in a hurry. But I'll try to be after 6:30 or 7 o'clock after my work. I'll see if I can make a contact with you. So 73 y hasta mañana. WB6KPN XC2RH.
73, and we'll see you later. XC2RH. This is WB6KPM. Normally, my QSOs are longer, but I wanted to get to my club's field day practice meeting on time. We schedule these in order to test all our portable equipment to make sure it's ready in case of an emergency. It's also a good way to improve your operating skills under less than ideal conditions. And besides, it's a lot of fun. Many of us build our own equipment, which gives you a good practical knowledge of how it works, or in some cases why it doesn't. The FCC requirements are set up so that it's easy to get on the air with a beginner's or novice license, like Ed here, WN6QDQ. And there's nothing like being on the air to build up your code speed. Ed really works at it, and the way he's going, he'll be able to pass his general class test any time now. Quite a few of us in this club already have the highest class license, the Amateur Extra, which gives us full operating privileges on any of the dozen or so ham bands. Our antenna for the 15-meter band is a homemade cubicle quad. Okay, there is quite a bit of interference on your signal. You're about Q4 and S7 here. Q4 and S7, the location is Woodland Hills, about 25 miles northwest of downtown Los Angeles on the west end of the San Fernando Valley. My name is Matt, Mexico Alpha Tango Tango, Matt. We're operating sort of a field day type setup here, portable setup with West Valley Amateur Radio Club. We have about 4 stations set up. We're using a Swan 350 to a 15-meter portable quad up about 20 feet, 2-element quad. So how do you copy? K8ZLS in Livonia, Michigan. This is WA6LXN Portable 6.
$13 at the door. If there are any left, there'll be $20. So they say that vendor setup will begin on the 19th at 7:15 in the morning. So you can get in the day early and get set up.
CPT to CPT Mobile.
During a real emergency, the hours of preparation pay off, and amateur organizations like RACES, Radio Amateur Civil Emergency Service, really do a job.
CPT clear.
All right, Zyder, get your units. I will set up the evacuation command post.
Right. Bill, send Baker Easy 6-6.
The bigger the emergency, the more important amateur radio becomes. A few years ago, a tremendous earthquake up in Alaska sent a tidal wave crashing into the coast near Anchorage, among other things, wiping out just about every normal means of communication. You may have seen some of the TV reports.
The most awesome force to hit North America in the 20th century. Hitting Anchorage at 5:36 p.m. just after the close of business. At 5:47, the first mobile units of the Radio Amateur Civil Emergency Service swing into action, ready to provide immediate communications. This is downtown Anchorage. the airport control tower. The story is repeated in Seward and Coast.
And that's on the 20-meter band.
Kodiak. All over Alaska, ham radio volunteers provide vital links in rescue communication. Portable equipment is gathered into makeshift message centers to find the missing and speed help to where it's needed in the aftermath of the worst disaster in Alaskan history. This is Bill Leonard reporting.
Hey, Charlene, what are you doing this summer?
Well, Dave, I haven't been doing very much. I've been doing a little volunteer work at the Braille Institute. But aside from that, I've been looking around for a job that pays a little bit. What have you been doing?
Yeah, I guess, Charlene, it's really the paying job that counts. And, well, I've got a 9-to-5 work day here. I want to get as much as I can in this summer, so I'll have enough throughout the school year there. Go ahead.
Break. Who's the breaker?
A lot of young hams helped out during the Alaskan earthquake, as they do during every emergency. But most of the time, we just enjoy hamming, getting together on the air, keeping up with old friends and meeting new ones, talking about your new rig, the latest DX station you talk to halfway around the world, dates, jobs, whatever comes to mind.
XZ, located in central Los Angeles, and the handle is Gene. Great, easy,
same frequency with each repeater having different frequency propagation. We ask that you monitor the frequency to assure neither is in use prior to you making your call.
And my name's
And a 449.350 megahertz repeater provides.
We do keep a written log of every contact. It's one of the FCC requirements, and it's also a valuable diary of all your ham activities.
And, how do you copy me down there, Gene? Go ahead.
no S-meter on the receiver, the S20R, but you must be pretty strong because you're giving in a good rumble here. Go ahead.
Break. Who's the breaker?
This is W0TX. The name here is Roy. Hey, Charlene, I heard you in there, and I was just wondering if you're down at that West Car picnic last weekend. I was down there with Steve, WA6NQK, and I think I saw you out there.
Weather required 107.2.
Oh, yeah, Roy, that was me. I was down there with John and Dave. They're also in here.
Hi, John.
Rag chewing is great fun, but hams have lots of different ways of enjoying the hobby. And some of them are pretty wild. Hams don't build rockets, at least not this big, but they did build this satellite, Oscar, short for Orbiting Satellite Carrying Amateur Radio, mainly to see if they could do it. Hams all over the world got the message.
W6ORG, this is WA6EPX, audio and video.
Okay, that should be coming in on you there. I'll try and zoom in on this thing.
And here's another way to do your thing, ham TV. Actually, it's not as unusual as you might think. There are several hundred ATV operators in this country. It's only natural. Amateurs were pioneers in the development of television, as they have been in many other areas.
Good high-power transistors, and I think it'll put out a good picture in the sheriff's helicopter for us there at New Year's. So with that, I got to get back to it, Rudy. I got to sling some more solder on this thing, and nice seeing you again on there, Rudy, and we'll check with you later.
905 and repeaters available for regular use. This is K0TR Net Control Station, and please stand by for a moment while I return the PL tone to the repeater.
A lot of them surplus, and put everything together himself. There's a special kick you get from home brewing your own.
PL on.
And I'll be clear. Everyone have a happy Thanksgiving, safe and enjoyable holiday, and hope to see you next Sunday night. And good night, all.
W0TX repeater.
On equipment and seeing it work.
What is the maximum input power permitted to the final stage of the transmitter in a station licensed to the holder of a novice class license or operated by such an operator?
75 watts.
Okay. For how long is an amateur novice class license valid?
Besides learning the Morse code, 5 words a minute, You'll have to know some basic radio theory and a few operating rules to get ready for the novice test. With a little help, you can learn it all. At the same time, you're building your transmitter. Everything you need is in the license manual and other publications put out by the American Radio Relay League.
Be controlled
by crystals.
Once you get your license, you're on your way. And for no more than the cost of a couple of record albums, you can build a transmitter like this, one tube, made from a junk TV set and a few other parts. Total investment, about $10, including the key for sending code. Here's the receiver, about 20 years old, still working fine. Bought used from a ham radio store for about $30. Patty's talking to W0TX, a station she's worked before. There's his QSL card. Hams everywhere exchange these personalized cards and keep them as a reminder and a record of contacts. Some veteran hams have literally thousands of these from stations throughout the world. It's very possible Patty built up her code speed by tuning in W1AW, the American Radio Relay League's own station in Newington, Connecticut, world headquarters for the ham's official organization. Another way to sharpen up your code speed and learn your theory is to get into a novice license class like this one. Schools and ham clubs run these regularly. John's using an electronic keyer. It makes perfect dots and dashes. But it's a funny thing. Trying to send 3 words a minute is quite a trick when you're used to being up around 30. It takes skill and a lot of practice to get that good at Morse code. You can see why hams take such pride in having CW as sort of a second language.
When the current goes once one way, then turns around, comes back the other way, and starts to go again the first direction, the original direction, then we call that one cycle.
John is typical of young hams everywhere, willing and anxious to give his time to help beginners get started. If you want to find out what being a ham radio operator is all about, there's plenty of help available. All you really need is to want to become one. Stick with it, and almost anyone can pass the novice test after just a month or two.
Called the frequency.
Almost anyone.
Per second.
Ham radio has a lot going for it. It's fun, rewarding, and challenging. It doesn't have to cost a lot, and you really feel you're doing something. It's a terrific hobby. I recommend it. So 73, and I'll see you on the air. Is this frequency in use? XE2RH.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll turn on the teletype equipment and see how you...